friends, in the previous video we have seen the concept of WordPress, how it can be used and where to get and where to apply in our day-to-day life. Now in this video we are going to discuss about the installation of WordPress, how it can be installed in a local system, how it can be implemented in the online hosting services, and how we can design the application using the different features already available in WordPress. So let's get started and see how we can do this.
In order to install WordPress, we need some of the software so that WordPress can be functional. As we have already discussed in the previous video that WordPress is an open source content management system which can be downloaded from internet and can be installed in the local system. But there is another possibility also which can be done with the help of web host provider who provides the platform to host your WordPress website. So before we start the installation process, I would like to give the brief detail that the WordPress platform also, the WordPress site provides a platform to host your website, and also you can download it separately and host to another web host with another web host provider. So you might have observed or you might have heard while discussing with your friends that many of us have created online our blog on the WordPress website. So let me make one thing clear here that the WordPress, there are two websites, wordpress.com and the another one is wordpress.org. So the wordpress.com provides the platform where you can host your website, and it provides the platform in two ways. One is completely free, which will remain for your lifetime, and you need not to, here you can see that pay anything for that. For more detail you can go to this option, see plans, and here you will find all the detail. You can see here that it is completely free and not charging, and it is for life. Whereas there is another option, that is the 200 rupees per month you can pay, and it is billed yearly. It means that you need to pay 2400 annual fee, and when you purchase this, initially they will provide you the domain free of cost. They will not charge anything. Now you may be thinking that what is the difference between free and what is the difference between personal, premium or business. So just I'll explain here. With the free option, they will the WordPress will add their domain name. For example, if I want to create my own website or I want to take my own domain, so it will ask me to provide the name along with WordPress, like www or https://dptripathi.wordpress.com. So the domain wordpress.com will remain with my name. Whereas in personal, you will not have this wordpress.com. Whatever the domain you choose, it will, this means you can access with that domain. So this is the basic difference, and you will not have to stick with domain wordpress.com your name. So it is your choice. You can compare the plans, you can see later and compare it, and whatever the suitable for you, either you can host it here. There is another option that you can go to wordpress.org. Just don't get confused, please. This was wordpress.com, and now we are going to talk about the wordpress.org, or some people call it org. So in wordpress.org you have option of downloading the WordPress, the software, and to run this WordPress host means software, you need to create the platform. So after creating that platform only this WordPress can be started. Before we begin the installation and start this discussion about how to install another important thing, I would like to just take you quickly what are the options available on this WordPress.org. You can see, as we discussed, that it provides the forum and documentation. If you need any kind of help, you can just throw your question in the forum. People sitting across the world, throughout the world, they will answer your question. There is another option that it has the full documentation, which can be just which can be viewed, or which can be downloaded even, or you can see at any time and solve your query. You can also see that there are some hosting and some plugins, themes. I'll come to these part later. Let us go to the about, and let's see what are all these. This will give you the brief introduction about WordPress. When it was started in year 2003, and then after it gained popularity because of its a simple feature. So uh, without taking much of time, I'll just directly go to the minimum requirement in order to install the WordPress. So there is an option, you can go here or you can go from here also. So it will show you the what is the minimum requirement. So in order to run the WordPress we need PHP, which should be 7.2 or greater, and then we need one database, and then we need the HTTPS support. And once we make these things ready, we will just host our WordPress with the help of these. Now let me make it clear that you can do it installation of PHP, MySQL, HTTP, whatever the necessary and required of software can be installed one by one. But what happens, it is very difficult when you install PHP separately, when you install MySQL separately, when you install Apache server separately, and when you install the other required software separately. It is very difficult for any professional to integrate all these in order. Why? Because we the library professionals are not programmer, or we do not have that much knowledge. If you have, you can do it, or even if you do not have, you can do it, but you will have to consult so many documents, you will have to read it, and you'll have to integrate. Even if I am a programmer or if I am a technical expert, then also I will need some time to integrate all this. Unless or until I know the complete process, it will be difficult for me to integrate all these in a order. So to overcome this problem, the open source community has developed another software that is called XAMPP, which is the combination of a bundle of Apache, PHP, MySQL, and other relevant software. So instead of installing one separately, anyone can download the XAMPP software from internet and can install, which will create the platform having all Apache web server, PHP, and MySQL database. So to learn how to develop the website or web application with WordPress, it is highly recommended that one can download the XAMPP and host the WordPress. When you start the online hosting service, or you have purchased the online hosting, so in that case you need not to install XAMPP or Apache MySQL. They themselves will provide you the platform. Only you need to host your website and start working. So here you have the different version. It is for Windows also, it is for Linux, it is for Mac OS also. So I am going to download this window for window, XAMPP for window, and I'll click here. Once I click here, it will show me the file, and then I'll click on save button. So once I click on save button, it will stop. It will ask me the destination, and it will start downloading. So since I have already downloaded, so I'm not going to do that. Yes, I have downloaded and kept in my folder. So yes, you can see here it is downloaded and kept here. So let's start the installation process. In order to install this, just double click on this icon or the software, and it will start the installation. It may ask you some some option to click yes or no as a security warning. Just accept it, and then it will take you to the next window of installation. Be careful while installing. Some of the things are very necessary. First thing, that you should not have Apache pre-installed in your computer. The second thing, you should not be having MySQL running in your system. If it is running, it may clash with your XAMPP, and your MySQL or Apache may not run. Also ensure that your port 80 is free, because the Apache server by default it runs on 80. See, I'm getting one warning here, important, because an activated user account control on your system. Some function of XAMPP are possibly restricted. With UAC, please avoid to install XAMPP. So let us continue this installation. Later we'll deactivate UAC, and then we'll continue working with this. So first I click on next, and here I am given the option where I can choose what are the software I need to install. Okay, I'm not going to uncheck anything. I'll just allow all the software related in available in this XAMPP bundle get installed. Okay, next, and then it is asking me to ensure the directory where it will go and install. Yes, it is in C XAMPP directory. Always remember, suppose you have installed once and you are installing now second time, so you have to be careful. It will not allow to install unless or until you remove that XAMPP where you have kept, or you need to change the directory. So now in my case it is free, so I'll just click on next, and be careful, uncheck this, otherwise it will take you directly to this website. So you uncheck this option, and now click on next, and now we are getting the message that setup is now ready to begin installing XAMPP on your computer. Okay, now click on next. Before it finishes the installation, I want to give some information here, that we are installing the Windows operating system, XAMPP on Windows operating system, and it can be installed by just double clicking. The same way it can be installed in Linux or Mac OS. Some of the very important things you need to take care, that is, the Apache should not be running in your system before installation of XAMPP. There should not be MySQL in your system, and also ensure that your port number 80 is free. If it is not free, we will have to change the port of XAMPP or the software which is already running in your computer. So three things are to be taken care very seriously. Once it is done, it can be installed successfully. So let's see how means when it completes, what's next after completing the installation. So we can see here it has successfully installed, and now it is showing the information completing the XAMPP setup wizard. Do you want to start the control panel? Yes. When you click on finish, it will automatically open the control panel of XAMPP where we need to do some setting. So by default my language will be English, and I click on save. So it will open another control panel. You can see there is an icon at the bottom. So just double click on this. It should open, and it will display all the information whatever the services are functional in the computer. Okay, so you may get the control panel like this, and now you can see that Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Mercury, Tomcat, all these are the software which are installed but not yet started and not yet configured. So you need to, in order to install WordPress and make it functional, you need to start Apache and MySQL here. So once your control panel starts, then you have to click on start and wait for a few seconds. It will start and show the module functionality in the different color. If it is green, it means it is functional, and it will also show the port number on which it is functional. The second is the MySQL. Just click on start and wait for a few seconds. It will also turn into the green module symbol. So it will ensure that it is also functional. So yes, both the modules are functional now, and it is running on port number 3306. Here it is asking me related to some firewall security. Yes, I allow access. So my MySQL will not get affected with the firewall security. Now how to check that my both the modules are running? So to ensure that, you need to just go to the browser, and there you have to type localhost and click on, just hit enter. So if it is installed successfully and if the XAMPP is functional, you will get this page once you type localhost on the address bar. It means our Apache server is running. Now we have to make sure that whether my MySQL is functional or not, because that is more important. So to ensure that, you just click on PHP myadmin. So if my MySQL is functional without any error, it will connect to the database and show the PHP myadmin page. PHP myadmin page is the graphical user interface of managing the databases, MySQL database. So you can see all these are the databases already created in the MySQL, and this is the graphical user interface of the local MySQL. So we have installed the XAMPP successfully, and now we are going to install the WordPress. So how to do that? Let's see. In order to install WordPress, we have to first download the WordPress software from internet. So for that you need to go to the concerned website. So that is wordpress.org. Please remember that you will not get the software at wordpress.com. So you have to come to this domain wordpress.org, and here you just click on this. So it will take you to the download page of WordPress. So the latest version is 4.9.2. After some time, if you watch my this video, so the version may change but the process will remain same. You just download this software. Since I have already downloaded, so I'm not going to download it again. Okay, so now next is that we have to keep this WordPress in the web server. So let's see how to do this and how to install WordPress. Okay, so I have downloaded my WordPress in my folder, and before you install this WordPress, you have to make sure two things: that your XAMPP is running. Every time when you start the system, you have to ensure if you are running in localhost or if you are running in the network supported standalone system or any PC you have made server. So you have to ensure that your server is running. So for that you just click on XAMPP control panel from your start button, and here it will open the control panel. So my control panel is here, and here I can see that my Apache and MySQL both are not running. So just click on Apache, and it will start, and then again you have to click on MySQL, so that will also start. So when both are running together, then only you can run the WordPress. One very interesting thing to be mentioned here, that uh, the XAMPP is not only for WordPress. You can also install at the same time Joomla, Drupal, or you can have two website of WordPress in XAMPP server, or more than 2, 3, 4, 5 of different platform also. So you are creating a platform for running the multiple website at the same time. Only you have to ensure that you have sufficient memory and space in your computer to run it. So we have successfully started the control panel. Now I'll just close this, and then I'll go and first I'll check it whether my XAMPP is running or not. So how to ensure that? Just click go to address bar and type localhost and hit enter. So it will take you to this page. Now the second thing we have to do is that we have to extract this folder and copy the folder and paste in the XAMPP Apache server. So I think it is known to everyone that how to extract the zip file. You need one supporting software, either WinZip or WinRAR. Just double click this file and extract wherever you want. So I extract it here first. Once it is extracted the folder, I'll copy the folder and I'll paste it into the C drive where I install my XAMPP. So you can see here that I extracted my folder, and now I just double click and I'll see one more folder here. So just copy this folder and go to C drive where you install XAMPP. Just I go to C drive and I can see that XAMPP directory is here. So I'll double click and go to the htdocs. You can see that this option, htdocs folder. Don't get confused, please. Okay, so I once again double click on this, and here I'll just paste the folder where I So you can see that my folder is pasted here. Yes, my folder is here. Okay, so up to here it is done. First you have to start the XAMPP, download the WordPress, extract it, copy it and paste it into XAMPP directory, XAMPP htdocs directory. So far we have finished the copy and pasting part. Now we are going to start the installation part. Remember that WordPress is a web-based application. So we have to ensure certain things before we start installation, and that I'm going to tell you what are the things to be taken care. Okay, so first thing we need in order to install that host name, it will while installing we need host name, so that will be localhost. Then it will ask the username of MySQL. So by default, in case of XAMPP, it is root. Password, it is blank, no password. Simply leave the option blank, and it will ask the database name. Database name. So you need to create one database. So for example, I create one database like WordPress. So these four things we need in order to install the WordPress, but before that we have to create the database. Create one database, namely WordPress, or any name you can give, it is not necessary, but whatever the name you create means whatever the database you create, you have to enter the same name while giving the detail. So let us go and see how to create the database first. So I am back to my page of XAMPP, and I need to click on PHP MyAdmin. It will directly take me to the graphical user interface of MySQL, where I'll create one database with the name WordPress. Yeah, I am here now. So you can see there is an option database. I'll just click here, and here it is asking that create database. So I'll enter the name WordPress or whatever the name you want to give, and I am not going to do anything. I'll simply click on create. So you can get the message database is created, and left side also you can see that the database with the name WordPress is created. So this is the first step we have completed. Now we will move to, again we'll go back to our local host, and now the installation process starts. So I am taking you back to the folder where we pasted our folder. Remember, whatever the name you have given here, you have to access with the same name in future also, or at the time of installation also. So here, since I have given the folder name as a WordPress, I'll just enter WordPress after localhost and hit enter. Once I hit enter, it will directly connect me to the installation page of WordPress, and it will ask me to follow the instruction. See here, it is confirming which language you want to choose. If you are comfortable with some other language, you can choose accordingly, and then click on continue. Now it is asking me, as I discussed, database name we have created, username it is already root. In case of XAMPP, the password, if you have not changed the password of root, then it will by default it is blank, no password. And the database host, that will be localhost. And table prefix, if you want to run more than one WordPress in a single database, then in that case you have to give table prefix. Or if you want to create separate database, then you need not to give any table prefix. So once you are done with this, just click on let's go, and here we have to provide the detail. Database name WordPress, it is already given, so if it is not there you have to type. Username, the username of database, so you have to enter here root. Password, if you have not created password, leave it blank. The host name will remain as it is, localhost. Prefix, whatever it is taking, let it take, and then click on submit. Okay, now it is confirming that you have to click on, you are ready with all the information, so you have to click on run the installation. Okay, let us run the installation. Click on run the installation. So it will start installing the WordPress. Okay, so in order, the first thing it is asking what will be your website title. So I give it as welcome to my blog or website. What will be the username? So suppose I give library. You need to create a strong password. Library star 987 star, or you can give anything which is strong in nature, but remember this password should not be disclosed to anyone, because it is very case sense, very important to keep it safely. If anybody knows, can destroy your website. Okay, so I have given the password here. So once you have finished the password or detail, give your email ID, so that in case if you forget or something goes wrong, so you can regain your password using this email ID. Then search engine visibility. If you want that no search engine should index your website, so you can discourage, but it is not recommended, because if you have hosted your website online, so you would like your page to be searched and accessed by all the users. Okay, so we have done with all the options given here. Just click on install WordPress. Okay, so it may take little time. It collects the information, required information from the system, from the folder, and then it will install and give you the final information. Okay, wow, we have done it. Now we got the successful information. WordPress has been installed successfully. Thank you and enjoy. So here we have to provide the username and password which you have chosen at the time of installation. Just click on login, and it will ask you to provide the user and password. Be careful while typing, because your password will not be visible, and then you can check it if you're comfortable to remember. Just log in. So it will take you to the next page, and yes, we have done the successful installation of WordPress. And you can see that this is the admin page is visible. So this is the backend, and if you click on widget site, so it will show you the front page of, or front end of the website. So far we have not customized anything. We have only done this installation of the WordPress. So hope this video will be helpful to understand the concept of installation of WordPress using XAMPP. The same way we can also install the WordPress at the server we have taken through with a host provider, that we will discuss separately in separate video. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you have uh, you have updated yourself with the information provided in this video. Stay updated with Librarian Guide. Thanks once again for watching this video.